Hi, this is Andrew with Infinity Cutting Tools. Today I want to give you guys an up-close look at some Mirka Abranet sanding discs. Abranet is a mesh type sanding disc which is specifically designed to replace paper sanding discs with those different hole patterns for your 5 and 6 inch random orbit sanders. The advantage to Abranet is that you no longer have to match those holes in the sandpaper to your sander, which means that one Abranet disc will work with basically any sander in your shop, and it's also going to give great dust collection and also have better longevity than those standard paper discs. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what makes Abranet such a great choice for your sanding. Here at Infinity, we offer Abranet in both 5 and 6 inch discs and in grits ranging from 80 grit all the way up to 600 grit, making it super easy to have the right grit no matter what project you're working on. The other big advantage to Abranet is how well it allows for dust collection with any sander. Because we're not relying on a 5-hole, 8-hole pattern, we're able to use Abranet on just about any random orbit sander that is capable of dust collection. And even if it's not capable of dust collection, we're still going to be able to get great results when we're using the Abranet discs. Because the dust simply falls through that mesh or is sucked through the mesh when we're using a dust collector, we're going to have a situation where the sanding dust doesn't build up in the grit of the paper, which gives us much better sanding characteristics, and we're not going to wear the disc out nearly as quickly. Mirka also uses a resin-on-resin binding to bind the aluminum oxide grit to the sanding mesh, making it a very durable grit all on its own. I have a piece of cherry set up here in the workbench. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of sanding so you can see how well the Abranet works. Alright, I've got a piece of cherry here. I'm going to clamp it up in my workbench, and I put some pencil marks on it so you guys can see just how quickly and easily the Abranet works. I'm also going to be using my Mirka Duros sander. This is a 5-inch sander, and I have it connected to a Mirka dust extractor. I've also got a piece of 120 grit Mirka Abranet on the sander itself, and this will give you an idea of just how well the Abranet works, as well as how well it works when you're using a dust extractor, and you're going to be able to get really good dust-free sanding results. So you can see all my pencil lines are gone. It did a great job, and there's really almost no dust on the surface at all. If we look at the bottom of the sander, we can see there's no buildup of sanding dust on the disc. If we peel it back, we can also see that there's really no buildup in the hook and loop material on the sander as well. This is because the dust is able to pass between the little hooks and loops on the sanding base and collect into those holes, so we get a much better dust collection than we would with a traditional paper-backed sanding disc. If you're tired of throwing money away on paper discs that just don't hold up, or you want to improve the dust collection of your sander, I suggest you give some Mirka Abranet a try. It's going to give you much better life expectancy over a paper disc, and it's also going to improve the dust collection regardless of what sander you have.